99% of people would throw this drill bit away the moment it can no longer drill through steel. But what most people don't realize is that if you restore the cutting edges correctly, it can work like new again. Today, I'm going to put that to the test. Can a drill bit that seems completely worn out drill through steel again? Let's find out. But first, how can we tell for sure that the drill bit is actually worn out? All I need to do is place two hex nuts together to form a perfectly centered V-shaped groove. This simple gauge lets me quickly check whether both cutting edges still have their original geometry. And just as I expected, the cutting edges no longer fit the gauge correctly. That tells me the bit has worn down, the cutting angle is no longer correct, and its drilling performance has dropped significantly. Now it's time to restore it. First, I grab a piece of PVC pipe and cut a slit along its length so it can be opened up and reshaped more easily. Next, I heat the plastic until it becomes soft. At this step, I cut the flat plastic sheet I have prepared into two equal pieces to make the shaping process easier. Then, I continue heating each piece. While it's still hot, I quickly bend it into a right angle. Then I trim the corner to create an angle of about 60 degrees. This guide will hold the drill bit at the correct angle throughout the sharpening process, helping both cutting edges remain perfectly symmetrical. Everything is ready. Now comes the most important part of the entire process. I prepare an angle grinder and mount the grinding wheel in reverse so the grinding surface faces downward. Next, I securely attach the guide I just made to the grinder. This keeps the drill bit at a consistent angle while sharpening, making it much easier to restore both cutting edges accurately. While I finish setting this up, I'd like to ask you something. Which country are you watching this video from? Leave the name of your country in the comments below. I always enjoy reading comments from people around the world, and I'm curious to see how many countries are watching repair videos like this. If you leave a comment, don't forget to say hello from your country. I'll do my best to read and reply to as many comments as I can. Now everything is ready. I begin sharpening each cutting face of the drill bit. I remove only a small amount of material at a time, constantly checking and making adjustments to keep both cutting edges perfectly balanced. Once I'm finished, I place the drill bit back into the inspection gauge to see if the results are as expected. This time, both cutting edges fit perfectly into the V-shaped groove. That means the original geometry and cutting angle have been successfully restored. At this point, almost everything is finished. Do you think this drill bit can drill through steel like it used to? Or was all this work still not enough to bring it back to life? Amazing. The hole is clean, the metal chips clear smoothly, and the cutting performance feels almost identical to that of a brand new drill bit. This proves that a drill bit's performance depends far more on the geometry and sharpness of its cutting edges than on its age. If you found this tip helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss more repair tips and creative DIY ideas in future videos.